Okay, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Chester in Florence. Yes, sir.
Hi. President Trump keeps touting how much money the tariffs are bringing in. Enough that he actually believes that these are being paid by foreign countries, or does he know better, but he knows that people in MAGA are just dumb enough to believe it, and they don't understand that we're the ones paying the tariffs?
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly what the part of the question is. Where are you coming from with this? What information do you have that that's not the way that's going?
Who do you think pays for the tariffs?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not buying anything on any. Yeah, I don't know.
Boy, you really are well suited for MAGA. You don't understand that if I own an import company and I import something from country X, and there's a 20% tariff, that I got to pay for the product, and then that 20% of the product, I then got to pay to Uncle Sam, and then I pass it on to my consumers. So we're the ones that pay it. You don't understand that?
I do understand that. Yes, I do.
So why does Trump tell his minions and all the dumb MAGA people out there about all the money that we're...
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Now, by you saying the dumb MAGA people, can I presume that you're a Biden supporter?
No, I'm a traditional Republican before it became a cult.
So who did you support in the run-up?
Can we discuss the tariffs?
No, you cannot. This is my show. I run my show. You don't run my show. You're out here making little points, going ad hominem and all this other stuff. You want to play that game? I'll play it with you. I'll play it with you. So who were you behind?
Because I always
who were you behind? Don't tell me you're not behind Trump. I figured that out. Who did you?
I would vote for a bag of dog poop before I voted for Trump.
Well, is that the traditional Republican candidate then? You're not naming names.
There wasn't one.
Give me a name. Give me a name. Contrarian, give me a name.
The traditional Republican Party's gone.
Well, okay.
Bring John Kasich back.
John Kasich. Okay, well.
But we're a religious cult now. So can you please address the tariffs?
No, because I wasn't discussing this. I only brought you on because I recognized your phone number. Once again, you lied, right? You lied.
Why are you so bothered by lying when you support a president who lies a million times a day?
I'm not bothered by lying. I'm only bothered by lying by the fact that you called in here. You're using another name amongst do you have like a book of names where you get out there? Oh, I'm going to call Frady's show today. And let me see, who am I going to be? Chester and Florence. That sounds good.
Who's the next sex trafficker that Trump protects?
I don't know.
He's really good at protecting sex traffickers.
Sure he is. Yeah, no, I don't think he is at all. He kicked him out of his house, kicked him out of his life.
Can you believe that? He changed his story 10 times. I thought he kicked him out because he was stealing the help.
Here's the thing that I really want to ask you. Since you know so much more than everybody else does, because nobody else brings up any of these things, why didn't the Democrats bring all this sex trafficking stuff out? Because that's really where you want to go, right? Trump's a pedo. He's of this, he's of that. In the 4 years they had control of it, why didn't it surface then? You got an answer for that? That wasn't traditional Republicans.
No, they didn't have control of it. The DOJ had control over it.
And who had control over the DOJ? Merrick Garland. And who was Merrick Garland answering to? Joe Biden or the auto pen or whatever? And speaking of Joe Biden, wasn't Joe Biden the one that would come up behind women and grab them by their head, stick his face in their hair? Little girls, he did that. Took showers with his daughter, Ashley, that she's documented.
You're right. When Trump said, if Ivanka wasn't my daughter, I would date her, and that the thing they have in common is sex, you're right. He doesn't fit the profile of a pedophile. Silly me for even thinking that. Well, who else brags about going into the changing room of a pageant so he can see the girls changing?
Yeah, I know.
It's normal stuff, right?
So
you always boast about that.
No, I never bring that up. You're not even listening to the show. I don't know how you know what I talk about. You even know I exist.
I somehow found it, but can we stick to the topics, please?
Yes, we can. I'm going to get right back on them right now. There we go. Let's go to Ted in Pelzer. Yes, sir.
You know what they say about somebody with the name Chester, and that's all I'm going to say about that. You notice he didn't bring up how many companies are bringing business back to America, bringing jobs to America.
Well, that's because he's a troll, Ted. He's a troll. He's a troll.
$600 billion Apple was investing in America. So, yeah, we paid the taxes on tariffs, but this money's coming back and being reinvested in America. And, yeah, that guy's a total D-bag. I'll keep it as clean as I can. But
I appreciate
he's just there to troll. But they can't find facts. They just have to go with innuendos and what somebody else is saying. It just people like that just tick me off, trolls. But you handled it great. Have a good one, Bill.
Thank you much. Let's go to Chuck. Let me get on the right thing. Chuck in Mills River. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I wanted to say that Chester there actually asked a reasonable question, but he posed it as a red herring. The money that's coming back in tariffs we're not paying. We aren't paying the money out that's coming into the country. The countries that we're exporting our products to that are paying that tariff is the money that's coming back here. He is, I know I shouldn't let him get to me like that, but
he's not even listening to the show, Chuck. He's not listening.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I think he should go out and buy a P320 this afternoon. But I was just
run around with it in a Safari Land holster for a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that actually he started out with what could be considered a question that an average layperson that doesn't know anything about economics might ask and might want to know an answer to. And here we have the opportunity to answer that question. That money that that's coming into the United States is coming from the countries that we are exporting to. He's like playing some zero-sum game, like it's the more we pay,
whenever he comes on the show, whatever his stated purpose is just to come in and call Trump a pedo. That's it. Yeah, that's his thing. That's what lives in his head. And I don't even know that lives in his head. I think he might be just sitting around and just thinking, looking around mom's basement and going, I'm bored.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. He probably lost his last life on PlayStation or something. But that was a teachable moment. If he didn't know the answer to that question, now he has it. And good job on your expose on the 320 on Tuesday. Sorry I didn't get the call. I've got more to say about that, but I know you're up against the clock, buddy.
Yes, sir. Let me go try to catch this last call, and thank you for the call. Yes, sir. And we're going to go to Randy and Lyman. Yes, sir.
Hey, I was just calling to let the idiot first say, no, I sell cars for a living. It's probably the biggest investment other than your house you make.
Right.
And I can tell you what's happening about tariffs. To stay competitive, these manufacturers are having to eat that. The price hasn't went up any.
Oh, no. You mean that? See, we don't know this guy's name. We do know his phone number. We've got it written down. And we just had a very long conference during the break about what we were going to do. And I was just so eager to get in there with him and see which way he wanted to go and everything. And I love it when somebody calls into my show and says, well, I want to talk about what I want to talk about on your show. And I'm like, okay, well, let me get back to the topic. Oh, gosh, I hung up on him accidentally. Too bad.
Most people, they don't know.
I know.
How it actually works. But no, we haven't raised the price on anything on the cars. The manufacturers are having to eat that in other countries. And in return, it costs them more, which means we can produce these vehicles in the United States and bring jobs. But, idiots don't know that.
And where do you sell cars at, Randy?
At Benson Chrysler.
There you go.
In Greer.
Go see Randy at Benson Chrysler. If you're looking for a Chrysler, there's Randy right there. Thank you for giving me the call, sir. I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem at all.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Yes, sometimes we want to entertain ourselves, don't we, JJ? We're going to get back to the whole justice on the Russia hoaxers and why that's so tricky in just a second. This is News Talk 98.9 WORD.
Hey, this is